Guys, in this tutorial I'll be showing you how to play Pride and Joy by Stevie Vaughan. I've actually already played the intro for you guys. Now I'm going on to the first, second, and third verses that come right before the solo. This is going to be really fun. It's pretty easy to learn. There are a few hard times during the verses, but it should be pretty easy. So I'm going to get right into it. Alright, for the first part of the first verse, you're just going to have your strings open, and you're going to use the same strumming pattern I showed you before. When you strum down, you're going to mute the strings with both hands. You're going to bring this one onto the strings, and in this you're going to actually mute it with the side of your hand. And when you go back up, you're going to want to hit those high notes, and you're going to release your other hand so that you get the sound to ring. So really slow. Alright, at regular speed. So you're going to do a little bend on the 2nd fret, 3rd string, bend up, down, hammer off, and go to an E major. Go back to the strumming. So that's just, you go down, play that A major, and then when you go up, just let it go back to open. So go back to the strumming after you go to open. So that's the same A major, but you're going to add your ring finger to the 3rd fret of the high E. Go back to the strumming. So you can either play another E major, or you can just play the 2nd fret of the 4th string. It doesn't matter. It goes really fast, you can't really tell. So basically you play an E major or the 2nd fret of the 4th string, hammer off, and then go to the 2nd fret of the 5th string. And then you're going to play that same little part we did before, except we're going to play it right here. You're going to want to bar the 4th fret of the 3rd and 4th strings, and then you're going to play on the 5th string. You're going to play 5, 6, 4, 6. So 5, 6 on the 5th string, and then 4, 6 on the 4th string. And then back here. And then play the, you're going to strum a few times, open. So you've got. Alright, so then you're going to do a slide here. You're going to start on the 2nd fret, 3rd string, slide it up to the 4th fret. So, and then you're going to play, you're going to add your index finger to the 3rd fret, 2nd string, and then the high E open. Go back to the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, and then you're going to do a really fast slide and then hammer on and off. So start on the 4th fret, 3rd string, go back to the 2nd fret, hammer off, and then hammer back on to the 2nd fret of the 4th string. Alright, hopefully you got that. So after you do that, you're going to play 3, 0, 1, 2. So on the low E, 3rd fret, on the 5th string, you're going to play it open, and then 1, and then 2. So that whole verse section was this. Hopefully you got that. Now let's move on to the 2nd verse. It's very similar, it's not the same. Instead of playing it open, like the strumming part, you're going to put your index finger on the 1st fret, 3rd string, and then you're going to put your middle finger on the 4th string, 2nd fret. And then you're going to sort of, as you move up and down, you're going to pump it. When you go down, when you mute the strings, you're going to bring your hand down to mute these high notes. And then when you go up, you're going to elevate it so that you're not blocking any strings, you can just play it. So it's basically the same thing like you did before, but now you're actually playing a note. So really fast, you're going like on the low E, you're going 3, 4, and then then you're going to play another E major, but you're going to still play the low notes. And then you're going to add in your little ring finger on the 3rd fret high E. Same thing you did before. And then play on the low E, 3, 4. And then on the 5th string, you're going to be playing the 2nd fret and the 4th fret. So here's what we've got so far. That little thing I showed you. Then you're going back to the E major, and you're going to be playing sort of an E, you're going to alternate between E major, A, and instead of actually playing an A major like this, by barring it, you're simply going to shift that E major, you're going to bring these down and like make sure that it's on the strings. So hopefully you got that. E major, A major, E major, A major, E major, A major, E major, A major. Then what you're going to do is you're going to play a power chord. So you're going to have your index finger on the 5th string 2nd fret, and your ring finger is going to be on the 4th string 4th fret. I think there's a certain name for this type of chord. I just don't remember what it is. But you're going to play that. So you're going to go down and up on that same power chord. Go back to this little... So... and go back to this one. And right here, this is optional. This is just something you can do if you want to. You can quickly hammer onto the 5th fret of the 3rd string, sorry, the 4th string, and then go back. So it's going to sound like this. So after you hammer back off to the 5th fret of that 4th string, you're going to go back to the 2nd fret. So another down and up. So you're just going to end it with a quick slide on the 3rd string, 2nd to 4th fret. So when you slide it, you're going to also play your index finger on the 3rd fret 2nd string and another 3-0-1-2 on the low E and the 5th string. Alright, so that's the 2nd verse. Let me play the 2nd verse real quick so I can show you. Alright, the 3rd verse is probably the hardest verse out of all the other verses that I showed you, so I recommend you watch me play it slow and practice it and then speed up to the regular version. So, it starts off with an E major, so you're going to want to play that real quick and then stop. Then there's a bend. You're going to go to the 2nd fret on the 3rd string, bend it up, and then hammer off and go to this shape where you've got your middle finger on the 2nd fret 4th string and your index finger on the 1st fret 3rd string. So you're going to do that bend, stop, you're going to play that again. Then after you play those 2 times, you're going to do the same slide that you did before, where you went. So you slide from on the 3rd string, 2nd to 4th fret, add your index to the 3rd fret, 2nd string, and then slide it back real quick, hammer off, and then you're going to hammer it back on to the 2nd fret on the 4th string. Actually, instead of hammering it back on to the 2nd fret of the 4th string, I just remembered you're going to play the same little riff where you're going to hold an A major shape, and then on the 5th string you're going to play 3, 4, and then on the 4th string 2, 4, and then after that you're going to play an A major with your little ring finger on the 3rd fret of the high E. So it's going to go. So you're gonna, after you play that A major with your ring finger on the 3rd fret, you're gonna play that again. You're gonna play 3, 4 on the 5th string, and then just the 2nd fret on the 4th string. Then you're gonna go to this little, the same thing where you play an A major chord even though you're still in the E major chord shape. So down, up, down, up. So here's what we've got. Alright, I played one extra note that I shouldn't have, but you basically get the idea. Next, you're going to play a complicated riff right here. Now, I especially recommend you take some extra time on this because this is a little hard to get down, especially it's hard to play it fast. So you're going to bend the 2nd fret on the 3rd string up, and then you're going to play the 2nd string open and the high E string open. Alright, so after you play that high E string open, you're going to go to the 3rd fret on the 2nd string, and then you're going to play that open. Then you're going to go to the 2nd fret on the 3rd string, hammer off, hammer back on to the 2nd fret on the 4th string. So I'm going to play it really slow, and then I'm going to start to build up the speed. Alright, so hopefully that was easy to get. I know it's a little bit complicated, but you just want to start out slow and then keep building it up. So after you play that little riff, you're going to play the 2nd string open, then go to the 3rd fret, bend it up, and then play the high E string open. And after that, you're going to rapidly hammer on and off on the 1st string, 3rd fret. So we've got this. So altogether, here's the hard part for the 3rd verse. So keep practicing. I know it looks impossible, but I know you're going to be able to play it. So we've got this. So after that, we're going to play on the low E string 3. So that would be the 3rd fret, and the 5th string 0, 1, 2. And this is really cool because right after you hit the 2nd fret on the 5th string, you're going to go into this cool shape where you're going to move your index finger down a string, so it's going to be on the 4th string, 1st fret. You're going to put your ring finger on the 2nd fret on the 3rd string, and your pinky's going on that same fret, but on the high E. So this is what this little shape is going to help you with. So you're going to play it like this. So with your other hand, you're going like... You're starting with the... I don't think you're hitting the low E. You're starting off on the 5th string. So you're playing the top strings, then you're playing the middle strings, high E, then you're doing a little alternate picking, and then middle, and then up on the high string. So that's a really cool shape. I couldn't really explain it any better than the way I just did, but hopefully that's easy to follow. So after you play that once, then you're going back to the 3rd fret on the high E. So you're playing open, bend the 3rd fret up, going back to open. Then after you go to open on the high E, you're going on the to the 3rd fret on the 2nd string. So 3rd fret, 5th. So 3rd fret, 2nd string, then go to open, and then do the same slide. So you're going on to. So you're going to the 2nd fret on the 3rd string, slide to the 4th, play the 3rd fret on the 2nd string, and then slide with your middle finger back down to the 2nd. So hammer off, hammer on to. So hammer off, then you're going back to the 2nd fret on the 4th string. So then you're quickly going O, 1, 2 on the 4th string, and then low E string. So here's what we've got. Alright, so after that part, you're going to go back to the 2nd fret on the 3rd string, slide it to the 4th, then you're playing the 3rd fret on the 2nd string, high E string open, back to your index finger on the 3rd fret, 2nd string, slide your middle finger, which is on the 3rd string, 4th fret, back to the 2nd fret, hammer off, and then play the 2nd fret, 4th string. And then low E string, 3, 0, 1, 2. So that were all of the 3 verses I wanted to show you guys, and then it goes to that little solo. I might want to do the solo in a separate video, but I just want to say Merry Christmas to you all. I'm not going to make another video this week. I think I'm all done with making videos. I just uploaded 2 more last night. I will see you guys in my next video.